Albert, what are you doing all day in a cave? Oh, I know. You're waiting for the next broadcast of Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking theater.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Welcome to Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking theater.
Oh, my lords and ladies, geeks, geekerellas, geekulas, and geekeritas, I am Lord Blood-Rah, and this is Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin' Theater. And I don't have to tell you older geeks out there that with the release of the original Star Wars in 1977, everything changed. Before Star Wars, science fiction was largely considered to be only for children, with a few notable exceptions. But after the wild success of Star Wars, science fiction was everywhere, and television's answer to Star Wars was the groundbreaking sci-fi TV series Battlestar Galactica. And the star of Battlestar Galactica is also the star of tonight's movie. Tonight, from 1983, it's the outlandish, other-dimensional adventure, Prisoners of the Lost Universe. Now, this movie was originally produced by Showtime and meant to be shown on TV, but, again, going back to the success of Star Wars, it was released internationally in theaters to cash in on that sweet sci-fi money. Well, my lords and ladies, without further ado, I give to you two lost Los Angelinos trapped in a universe of warlords, strange creatures, and monsters. Here is Prisoners of the Lost Universe.
Well, I guess this could prove Professor Grogan's theory, that you can put a snake to sleep with a high B-flat. But before any of you kids go and try it on your neighborhood rattlers, remember, it may only work on snakes that like music. This is Carrie Madison inviting you to join me next week for some more curiosities of this weird and wacky world. Well, I guess that wraps it up, Ronnie. Hello. What? No, I was just leaving. I could be at Professor Hartman's laboratory in about 2 hours, give or take it. What do you mean the crew is going to be late? How late? An hour? What am I supposed to do with the mad scientist for an hour? I'll pretend that you didn't say that.
This is KKZ Los Angeles, the spot that's hot on your dial.
Well, you can cry chuckle, chew with me and stew. There ain't nothing in this world like Mama Roland's jerky sticks.
Yes, sir, Mama Roland's jerky sticks. Try them soon, you hear? There ain't nothing in this world like Mama Roland's jerky sticks. Okay, it's 9:45 exactly. We got a high of 75 in downtown L.A., so for you breathers out there in the valley, it's looking pretty good. News and views coming at you on the hour with an extended report on those earth tremors up Frisco way. They're on their way here. If they can beat the freeway traffic, you heard it first here, where we make it happen. It's all coming at you. It's the first shock wave to hit the area, and this one reached 4.5 on the Richter scale. This is KKC Los Angeles News and Views.
What the hell are you trying to prove, lady? You want to drive in a demolition derby? Go do it on a track.
Funny, very funny. I suppose you didn't notice. The rest of the world is having an earthquake.
Look, you got 2 feet. One for the accelerator, one for the brake. Oh, God. This piece of equipment has seen me through 2 state championships, the defense of the interstate trophy, and cost me $40. Now look at it.
What is it?
What is it? It's a broken kendo sword. That's what it is.
Looks like a bamboo stick. Well, since you're all right, I've got to go.
Hey, don't let me detain you, lady. I mean, I'm fine. My truck is fine. My broken kendo stick is just fine. Everything's just fine, lady.
Look, I'm sorry. Here.
What's this?
Well, it's for everything.
Lady, I don't need your charity.
Charity. This isn't charity. And stop calling me lady. I hate to be called lady. It's insulting and patronizing.
Believe me, I can think of better words.
I bet you can. Because I'm a woman, isn't it? I mean, if I were a man...
You were a
you'd be
man, I'd
funny.
break your head.
Typical. Be violent.
You want to see a violent male? Maybe you want to be treated like a child, taken across my knee and given a good spanking?
You wouldn't dare.
Try me, lady.
I'm Carrie Madison.
Yes, I recognize you, Miss Madison, and I'm enchanted. Won't you come in, please? I dare say you're wondering why I, a serious dimensional physicist, should waste my valuable time on a television program which sensationalizes science.
Well, at least you're brutally frank about it.
I don't mean to be rude, but your program is precisely what I need to make those fools in the halls of science take my work seriously. Oh, sorry, I've become angry and I've become a very bad host. Can I get you something?
No, thanks. Look, I'm sorry, but my camera crew have been delayed. Maybe you could go over exactly what it is you want us to film. Is this it?
Please, Miss Madison. The matter transmitter is a finely calibrated instrument.
And you say you can send things through this machine into another dimension?
Precisely. Perhaps if I were to show you what I mean.
They said it was going to be a nice day.
And now, in case you think we're some kind of magician, an object, some personal possession, if I may.
I saw it, but I still don't believe it.
The objects are still there, but in another dimension. Another part of the universe we cannot see.
I don't understand this.
No, I don't understand this either. I mean, this brilliant scientist finds a way to send objects into another dimension, and yet he can't do anything about his male pattern baldness? Yeah, I mean, great scientific breakthrough, Doc, but I'll bet more people would spend money to grow their hair back rather than visit Dimension X.
Hello, I'm Santa, and it's that time of year again. Time to shop at LordBlood-Rah.com for DVDs, T-shirts, coffee mugs, minifigures. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you can have Blood-Rah in the coleslaw, or Blood-Rah on your grandpa, or Blood-Rah in a bear's paw. Oh, I've been working too hard. Anywho, go to LordBlood-Rah.com and click Emporium and buy something, will ya? Have a geeky Christmas!
Like monsters? Like horror? Like sci-fi? You'll love Maniac Monster Designs. Stickers, enamel pins, patches, magnets, tees, pillows. Maniac Monster Designs for everything retro, spooky, and fun. You'll find Maniac Monster Designs on eBay, Facebook, Instagram, and at ManiacMonsters.com. Now you can have cool monster designs anytime, anywhere with Maniac Monster Designs.
Larry!
From the exotic geisha houses of Tokyo to the back alleys of the Ginza Strip comes the terrifying news of a fiendish creature that threatens to destroy all who stand in his way. This is the frightening story of an American reporter in Tokyo who unwittingly became the victim of a shocking scientific experiment that turned him into a horrible mutant, half man, half monster, the Manster.
What happened?
He got away.
I think I know where he's going, to Taras. Follow me.
Right. There's panic in the streets as the unheard-of terror of a half-man, half-monster runs wild through the city.
There he goes!
Don't miss The Manster, a genuine thriller in the most frightening sense of the word.
As we return to Prisoners of the Lost Universe, things begin to literally fall into place.
Dr. Hartman, are you sure this is safe with all these tremors going on?
Be quiet. Look. Fascinating. Do you realize we are looking at a parallel world? Another dimension for the first time.
You mean a world like ours?
Why not? People are people wherever they exist. Perhaps technologies differ. My God, you realize what this means? The ability to cross into another world.
Hartman. Dr. Hartman?
Hello? Anybody home?
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God, not you again.
Well, look, it was your own fault creeping around like that.
My fault. I come here looking for help and I get mugged. What have I done to you, lady? You wipe out my truck, you cave in my skull, you...
Break your bamboo stick. Kendo sword. Sorry. I'm Carrie. Carrie Madison.
Dan Roebuck. I keep thinking I know you from someplace.
I do a TV show.
The weird and the wacky. Now I know you. Hey, that show really is a pile of garbage. But you're good, though you look thinner in the box. What is this place?
It belongs to a Dr. Hartman.
Where is he?
He's gone. And I mean, he's really gone.
What do you mean, really gone?
There's no point. I know you won't believe me.
Try me.
Well, this machine transmits things into another world, another dimension. I told you you wouldn't believe me.
Of course I believe you. Please go on.
There was this accident,
An accident.
and he was standing right there.
Standing right here.
And then all of a sudden he just disappeared. Like that.
Disappeared just like that.
Dr. Hartman! Dr. Hartman! Dan? Dan Roebuck! Where are you? Oh, Dan! Can you hear me? Dan? Dr. Hartman! I'll tell you, if somebody doesn't answer me soon, Dr. Hartman, I swear to God, I have an interview later this afternoon. If I miss it because of you, I'm going to be furious. I must be dreaming this. Or I'm dead. And this is either heaven or hell. Well, heaven it isn't. So it must be hell. Only this doesn't look like Dallas. Dan Roebuck!
Don't panic. Now slowly back away.
Now what?
Run like hell. Keep running!
I'm running! I'm running!
Hang on! Hang on!
I think you should know I can't stand heights. They give me a headache.
Want a headache? Just look up. What's going on?
Maybe it's some sort of strange ritual. What are you doing?
This is the Dan Robot grappling iron. I'm going to pitch it up there, and with luck, you'll hook onto something, and then you and I can shinny up the beanstalk.
And what if the giant is up there and chops down the beanstalk? What then?
Ladies first.
Oh, no. I don't like the way those pint-sized midgets committed suicide in installments. Besides, whatever did it could still be up there.
Okay, by me. If the wire breaks, I'll have you to break my fall, but if that's the way you
No.
want...
Second thought, I think I will go first.
Relax, I got you.
I am quite able to do this by myself, so if you don't mind, please take your hand off my butt. Thank you.
Hey! Eyes down, Dan. Yeah, that's better. And watch your hands next time, too. I really hope we see more of those little tribal bobcat screamers with the flashing red eyes. I want to find out how they made that slide whistle noise as they fell. Maybe it's the wind rushing through their furry shorts? Oh, and look, by the way, please don't try this at home. Please don't put on furry shorts and dive off a cliff just to see if they whistle. Leave that to the experts. Hey, want more Lord Blood-Rah? Introducing Lord Blood-Rah's Cathode Zone, the new weekly series available only on Patreon. Each week, Lord Blood-Rah presents classic horror and sci-fi episodes from the golden age of television. The first episode is up for free at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah, with a new episode dropping every Friday exclusively for Patreon supporters. Help support the show and get access to this new weekly series, only at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah.
All the cool things.
You want
All the cool things.
but where can you find
All the cool things.
It's all right here at Novemberfire.com. All the cool t-shirts, all the cool DVDs, all the cool masks. Be extra cool and tell them Lord Blood-Rah sent you.
All the cool things.
At Novemberfire.com.
You are invited to join the Banshees, the werewolves, the vampires, the gooks, who are all coming to our Halloween convention of spooks. You'll enjoy this lively group if your blood doesn't end up in the soup. Practice your screams. Break out your shrouds. Tighten your nerves and join the crowds at our Convention of Spooks.
Hey, you want to drive, huh? Rev it up.
Action you've never seen races across your screen as you thrill to a new dimension in picture making. Carnival of Souls. This is the shocking story of a who crawled from the river to race through a nightmare, walking a tightrope between heaven and hell. From the unreal, she crashes through to reality. But try as she will to lead a normal life, she is torn from her goal. There's no privacy in a life she's ever watched, tormented. Either it's her neighbor, desirous of her physically, watching her with his leering eye, or it's the evil eye of the man who taunts her, the man who wants her. From the bottom of the river they come. They reach for her. They demand that she dance with them at the Carnival of Souls. She is a girl driven mad by the relentless forces of the beyond. He will not relent as he comes for her again and again. She whirls between the real and the unreal, trying to cling to life.
I like being with you, really I do. I don't want to be alone tonight. I want to be near you.
Honey, you don't want to go in there all by yourself, do you?
But she must watch herself in death. She must dance at the Carnival of Souls held just for her. For they have come for her for the last time, claiming her as one of their own. Carnival of Souls arouses such emotion that the management has been forced to state positively no refunds. Carnival of Souls is the shocker of all time, guaranteed to sweep you into a new dimension of picture making. You can't afford to miss Carnival of Souls.
What a fun universe! Everything whistles when it falls.
Sorry.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm letting him go. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, so all of a sudden you're an expert on this place. Up to now, everything in this world either wants to hunt you or kill you. God knows what he wants to do.
I want to thank you.
Jeez, speaks.
He speaks English.
No, I speak Vanyan. We can't stay here. The Varns will return.
The Varns?
He means those pint-sized midgets.
What do you think?
I think we better get out of here.
But he's green.
Thank you. Thank you for helping us.
You saved my life. Therefore, I'm in your debt. We have more forest to cross before we're safe.
Hey. Call me if you need me. Oh.
What is that?
Amber light. How else can you make a fire?
Well, where I come from, we use matches. Sort of like, it'll take too long to explain.
You are not from Vanya? But there's nowhere else except Vanya. Yet you speak Vanyan. I don't understand.
I don't understand myself.
What was that?
Water beast. Bad way to die.
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I think I'll just put some clothes on.
Remember, if you need any help.
Yes, thank you.
Guess we owe you now. If it hadn't been for that. Just what is that?
Pod gun.
I see. These pods are full of a kind of gas. Can I have a look at that? Okay, don't fall apart.
My debt to you is now paid.
Hey, wait. Hey, we need your help to find a guy named Hartman. He's the guy that got us into this mess. He's the only one that can get us out.
Plumberry. Food for when you travel.
Hey, what happened?
Said he squared his debt and he was off.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What is that?
Dinner.
How long had you been here before I found you?
Oh, about a day. Why?
Well, I've been here for at least a week.
A week? That doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't.
How long before you followed me into that force field or whatever it was?
A couple of seconds, I guess. I don't know. It all happened so fast.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but the way I figure it, a split second in our world takes a whole lot longer here. And if Hartman disappeared sometime before we did, he could have been in this world for at least, oh, who knows, maybe a year.
A year? Well, he could be anywhere.
That's a good place to look for a cookie scientist.
Wait.
What?
I've seen that before.
Where?
In the lab. When Hartman disappeared, it was behind him. Terrific. You could do with a shave.
Sorry.
I'm not complaining.
Find such a wildflower lost here in the wilderness. Especially one with hair the color of the sun.
No!
I didn't get far. You fools. Did you really believe that scum like you could take these away from me and replace me as warlord? No one can kill Cleo. No one!
I beg you. He threatened me.
Oh, so you are less guilty, are you, coward? Very well. Arak, you will be taken to the fortress with us. As for you, hang him. Now.
Please, I beg you. No! Don't kill me, please!
Well, I like to see a man happy in his work. That was the ubiquitous John Saxon on horseback there. He was everywhere in movies and TV in the 60s and 70s. But you horror fans would probably best recognize him as Police Lieutenant Thompson, Nancy's father, from the 1984 classic A Nightmare on Elm Street. From a police lieutenant to a warlord. Not bad.
Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium presents the best of old-time radio, horror, and science fiction. Tales of terror and the uncanny that unfold on the stage of your imagination. Come experience the magic of old-time radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium is available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and other podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, when you seek the darkness.
Hello, I'm Santa, and it's that time of year again. Time to shop at LordBlood-Rah.com for DVDs, T-shirts, coffee mugs, minifigures. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you can have Blood-Rah in the coleslaw, or Blood-Rah on your grandpa, or Blood-Rah in a bear's paw. Oh, I've been working too hard. Anywho, go to LordBlood-Rah.com and click Emporium and buy something, will ya? Have a geeky Christmas!
Jack, you think's in that strong rock?
There's plenty of Cuban sugar, though.
Here's what happened. The general beat his friend Castro to the Cuban treasury. The strongbox is now on this boat. So are a deported American gangster and his moll. And lurking in the depths is the creature from the haunted sea.
You're a crazy mixed-up kid. I am perfectly adjusted to my life of crime.
Don't worry, Mary Bell. I'll save you.
It's
All right, be calm, everybody. The boat's insured.
Beware. The creature from the haunted sea.
Skin of ivory. Hair the color of the sun.
Don't touch me. Ah! Oh.
And she speaks. When she should remain silent. What other surprises do you have for me, Wildflower?
Let her go, you or I'll kill you.
You killed him! God, you animal!
Bring her.
Where's Curry?
You're choking me, you great ox.
I'll break your damn neck if you don't give me some answers.
If we're talking about the girl, clear the warlord took her.
Where's he taking her?
Don't you know anything? To his fortress in the Dead Mountains. But no one gets in there. And I know what I'm talking about.
And who the hell are you?
My name's Malachi. Can I get up now? Oh. Here.
You take me there.
First you act like a corpse. Now you want to be an idiot.
I wouldn't expect you to do it for nothing.
What is that? Is it gold?
It's a watch. Not only gold, but it's got magical powers. It speaks. Warns the one who wears it if a thief is about.
The devil it does.
It can also tells you Pacific time, mountain time, and the exact hour and minute in Hong Kong.
By all that's smelly in my own shoe.
It's a deal. It's yours. Once we reach Cleo's fortress.
First off, you'll need a horse.
Talking of horses, the best dealer in these mountains is my old friend Treat. Though you ought to know, he's got the sort of charm that would make a snake vomit. But he sells good horses. Leave the talking to me. Malachi, you spitball.
Spitball?
What dunny you be hiding in?
Was I just telling my companion how we had to stop and wish my old friend Treat a very merry day?
Now give me that horse manure, you curdled toad.
Curdled toad? Is that horse manure, you old horse thief? Handmade tools the like of which you'll never see again. A horse, my friend, and food and drink is all I ask in return.
Little offering for the fairies.
Hey, hang on a second there. Those tools...
Yes?
Are of excellent value. I want to work with you, little man.
Well, I hope it's a thank you.
What? You know how much those tools cost? You've just given away my livelihood.
That's gratitude for you. I bring you all this way, introduce you to my friends, him, and all I'm getting for my pains is the promise of that watch, which would be much safer in my keeping, knowing the type of thief that drinks in this place. Do you hear me? What is it?
That man at the table over there.
That's a green man. They're really weird. The men with him are traders. They're trying to learn how he summons the wild horses. That's why they're filling him up with booze, but he won't tell them. Where are you off to now?
Excuse me. Hi.
Pour him another drink.
I can still do with your help.
What's going on?
Now listen, friend. We're willing to pay for your secret.
Look, the girl I was with, she's in deep trouble.
Listen, Scathead, you're in trouble. I'm doing business with this man. Now you stay out of it.
Look, I only want to quit work, okay?
Just what do you think you're doing?
Look, he helped me before. I'd like his help again, okay?
I'm helping you this time, and nobody gets to share my reward.
The way you do business, I can't afford you.
Backsliding on our deal, is it?
Friend, I hope your skull's as thick as your hide.
What are you feeding him?
I'm getting upset. And when I get upset...
Shut up! I told you not to intrude!
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm out of line. I hate people who interfere.
Look, you ought to know that my friend here not only said you look like hogs in heat, but you smell like pigs in the swill bin.
He did he?
I'm going. But first, my friend comes with me.
This is Treat's cave. And Treat says who goes and who stays.
Let him have him.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
What about me?
What about you, Bimbo?
Come back! The watch! You owe me! Wait! Let me ride with you! Cleve the warlord will pay much for that one. Why? Oh, that's for me to know and you to find out. All I ask is the gold band he wears around his wrist.
Fool, if Warlord Cleo will pay gold for that one, so will the Nabu fire warriors, and they're a lot nearer.
A very good treat, old friend.
Oh, anything. As long as you ride as far from here as possible.
A shortcut. Is there a shortcut through to the main trail?
Keep the river on your right. Now go. Oh, you evil-smelling shrimp.
May you suffocate in your own fat, you tub of grease.
Raise the gate! Know their way out.
That is the most depressing Renaissance fair I have ever seen.
By all that's smelly in my own shoe.
Exactly. Ew. Hey, want more Lord Blood-Rah? Introducing Lord Blood-Rah's Cathode Zone, the new weekly series available only on Patreon. Each week, Lord Blood-Rah presents classic horror and sci-fi episodes from the golden age of television. The first episode is up for free at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah, with a new episode dropping every Friday exclusively for Patreon supporters. Help support the show and get access to this new weekly series, only at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah.
Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium presents the best of old-time radio, horror, and science fiction. Tales of terror and the uncanny that unfold on the stage of your imagination. Come experience the magic of old-time radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium is available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and other podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, when you seek the darkness.
That it could happen in America. That it could happen now. That it could ever happen to me. Another murder tonight. At Watergate. My apartment.
Issue the order that he be taken alive.
But the moon hasn't risen yet. Put a guard on me.
We now return to Prisoners of the Lost Universe, where the warlord Cleo has returned to his fortress to as any good son would, pay a visit to his mother.
Cherie. Always the little mother.
My lord.
Bosk, bring the woman. Carefully. A Hellcat might damage your manhood again. Don't dismiss the men. I want them to see what happens to those who plot against me. Hair the color of the sun. What would you give to have hair the color of the sun, Cherie? You should have the scalp of your pretty head. But then Shireen would sell her soul to be anything other than the half-breed slave that she is. Isn't that true, Shireen? Traitor! I hope the hanging of your accomplice weighs heavily on your conscience. You wanted me dead. Now you have the means in front of you to do it, coward. Right here in the open. For everybody to see that Clear's law is just. Hard, but just. Do you still have the guts, coward? Or is that yellow streak down your back just for decoration? Clear's law is hard. Hard, but just.
You call that justice? I call it murder.
Perhaps a few hours in Vosk's degenerate arms might teach you a little respect.
I don't think you'd like that.
Oh? Vosk? Cager. No food, no water.
Great trade. Drunken green weirdo for an undersized thief.
Peter.
You. Thought I got rid of you.
Hope springs eternal.
You're not only a thief, but an assassin as well.
It isn't as bad as it looks.
No, you can explain why you're sneaking up on me with a dagger in your hand?
I came to warn you.
Right.
I did. And this is all the thanks I get.
I don't believe this. I just don't believe this.
I don't suppose you'd believe me if I tell you there's someone behind you.
Oh, come on.
Where are we? Don't ask. Just don't ask. We're being sold to the Nabu, who worship that rock of fire over there. We're in great danger.
Keep your opinions to yourself, you drunk.
Well, my friend, it's your lucky day. The Nabu honor you. They invite you to a contest with the Guardian of the Rock. If you win, you and your friends are free to go.
No problem. Start the contest.
What the hell am I getting myself into? And if you refuse their invitation, they pull out your tongues by the roots, boil them, and then while you watch, eat them.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And finally, you're given to the God of the Rock. And then you fry. It's fun, isn't it? You never learn, do you? What do I tell them? You accept?
Nod your head, you idiot.
Ah, shoot. He desires the contest. Thanks a lot, you little twit. Okay. Just a minute.
Sorcerer, all I hear from you are excuses. I need more powder for my guns. And you swore to show me an even greater power.
Your Excellency, the slaves are not getting sufficient chemicals out of the mines for me to purify and distill. Get me enough and I'll show you what real power is.
Then we will drive them night and day. But, sorcerer, do not disappoint me. I tire of waiting. Boss!
Say nothing, I beg of you. I'll find a way to see you.
Drive the slaves even harder. The work goes too slow. And bring the woman in.
Hello, I'm Santa, and it's that time of year again. Time to shop at LordBlood-Rah.com for DVDs, T-shirts, coffee mugs, minifigures. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you can have Blood-Rah in the coleslaw, or Blood-Rah on your grandpa, or Blood-Rah in a bear's paw. Oh, I've been working too hard. Anywho, go to LordBlood-Rah.com and click Emporium and buy something, will ya? Have a geeky Christmas!
Hey, want more Lord Blood-Rah? Introducing Lord Blood-Rah's Cathode Zone, the new weekly series available only on Patreon. Each week, Lord Blood-Rah presents classic horror and sci-fi episodes from the golden age of television. The first episode is up for free at patreon.com/LordBlood-Rah, with a new episode dropping every Friday exclusively for Patreon supporters. Help support the show and get access to this new weekly series, only at patreon.com/LordBlood-Rah.
Safe to state that the grandchildren of some of the people in this dinner will not be born on Earth. They come from the bowels of hell, a transformed race of walking dead, zombies guided by a master plan for complete domination of the Earth. Plan 9 from outer space. Starring the most nightmarish cast ever, Bela Lugosi, the seductive Vampira, and Thor Johnson as the Walking Dead.
Turn off your electrode gun! No! No! Stop him, Dennis!
I can't get it, it's jammed!
Stop him, you fool!
Bullets bounce off their bodies. Rockets, missiles, jets cannot stop their death ships. What earthly power can stop this terror? For a glimpse of things to come, see this blast of screen suspense. For it could be happening right now.
Water cools. Bathe now.
What do you take me for?
Why do you defy me? Do you enjoy making me angry? Because only the very stupid have no fear.
I am afraid.
Oh. Well, then why fight me? I mean, you're very strange. Unlike any in this land. But you're the first woman who could rule by my side.
Go to hell.
Offend me? Your life hangs by a thread. I could take you any time I wish. You understand? You will stay in the cage without any food or water until you crawl to me on your hands and knees and beg me to take you.
But He-Bun, it isn't fair.
True, maggot. But then the rules can change. You win some, you lose some. What can honest men do?
What's going to happen now?
Oh, that I can tell you. You're going to endure the pit of flame. Once this stone plug is removed, the sacred liquid runs down this channel and
is set on fire by the rock. Back it comes and poof, we go up in smoke.
What?
We're sitting in a bath of oil. So when does the entertainment begin?
Oh.
Now.
Those pots, how many do you have left? Quick. The amber light. Just hope this works. Give or take a few seconds with Malachi. I don't know who you are, but wonderful guy.
The green man can talk to anything.
His name is Kahar. Your woman saved his life some suns ago.
You mean Carrie?
I told him that you were her friend. He will go with us.
I wouldn't think of going without him. The only trouble is we don't have horses.
The sun is still high, Shireen. Time enough to burn out your jealousy and pride. You should have chosen me, half-breed. But before the day is done, you'll have the answer to the riddle of this death pit. Why is it that when we leave our dead slaves here, they're all gone by the morning? You will be the only one who knows what happens when night falls.
He's calling the horses.
You mean you really can't do that?
We'll soon find out. You know, I never really believed it till now.
It saddens me to find you this way, Miss Madison.
Well, get me out of here then.
Impossible. Cleel is not the kind of man to cross lightly. You've no doubt already encountered a particular brand of megalomania. But how did you get here?
That damn machine of yours. How else? I came through about a second after Dan.
Dan? Who's Dan?
A friend. A friend Cleo murdered.
I'm sorry to hear that. If that means that the matter transmitter is still functioning, then there is a way back.
What are you doing here? With Cleo?
Survival. This is a strange and violent land. Cleo almost had me slaving away in his mines, but with a few scientific tricks, I persuaded him I was a sorcerer. You've possibly seen the pistols.
Then it was your guns that killed Dan.
No. Cleo murdered your friend.
And that lets you off, huh? So you can go and make more guns for them?
Cleo is not a fool. So long as he is the only possessor of guns, who can stand against him? But he's also wise enough to know I can give him an even greater power.
Done, Hartman.
You must understand I've had to work with very primitive means at my disposal. Even so, I managed to create a primitive but very potent equivalent to nitroglycerin.
You're a damn maniac.
Disappoint me. I would have thought you'd been far more realistic. Do as I have done. Humor him and survive. Cleo will rule this land with the power I can give him.
Let Cleo rule, and the rest can go spit. I said it to him, and I'll say it to you. Go to hell.
What's wrong? He says he needs water. Water? Where?
Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Auditorium presents the best of old-time radio, horror, and science fiction. Tales of terror and the uncanny that unfold on the stage of your imagination. Come experience the magic of old-time radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Auditorium is available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and other podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Auditorium, when you seek the darkness. Hey, want more Lord Blood-Rah? Introducing Lord Blood-Rah's Cathode Zone, the new weekly series available only on Patreon. Each week, Lord Blood-Rah presents classic horror and sci-fi episodes from the golden age of television. The first episode is up for free at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah, with a new episode dropping every Friday exclusively for Patreon supporters. Help support the show and get access to this new weekly series, only at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah.
From ancient Genesis to the modern screen, is the name written in blood. Ika!
If I could just call you on the phone. The code of the ghost at the sign of the toad. Nobody lives on the Brownsville Road.
Thrilled to the newest recording star, Archibald Jr.
Oh, they scream in this way.
See ravishing Marilyn Manning in a thrilling, chilling story. The last of the prehistoric giants sees his first girl.
Noah. And
Curious newsmen search deep in giant country for the last of the ancient cavemen. See a tough giant tamed by the soft hands of his captive woman. See him sacrifice his ageless beard for her love. Then lose her to a boy in a dune buggy, escaping a burning desert. Igor's primitive passion was love or kill. Hear Igor talk, the ancient language of love, used at the beginning of time. See Igor!
Now back to Prisoners of the Lost Universe, where the electrician, the dwarf, the giant, and the green man walk into a bar. Oh, I can't tell that joke on this show. But they all see something. Where is it?
Over there. In the trees.
What do you see?
There is something. Moving.
He senses something. Evil. Unclean.
Is that all? I thought it was something serious.
Where the hell are we?
We're lost. I know we're lost.
These caves go under Cleo's fortress.
What was that? What?
They're coming after us.
let's get the hell out of here.
Your Excellency.
What?
If I may, the liquid is still in a highly volatile state.
I swear I'd understand you better if you didn't have a tongue.
Forgive me, Your Excellency. Perhaps if I were to show you what I've already created.
You already have it, sorcerer.
What is it?
Clean air. This way.
There's a boulder. Kahar! Push! 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 Push!
How's Pete? Step back!
Push! Let's go.
Where'd the big guy go?
Who knows? We'll never get in. Look.
Nothing we can do. We must find your woman.
Yes, but where? I will show you the way.
Hello, I'm Santa, and it's that time of year again. Time to shop at LordBlood-Rah.com for DVDs, T-shirts, coffee mugs, minifigures. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you can have Blood-Rah in the coleslaw, or Blood-Rah on your grandpa, or Blood-Rah in a bear's paw. Oh, I've been working too hard. Anywho, go to LordBlood-Rah.com and click Emporium and buy something, will ya? Have a geeky Christmas.
How
Out of the depths of darkness rises Garganta, the true king of monsters. He's on his way alive, in person, to scare the yell out of you. Garganta on the stage in Dr. Siltini's giant triple Scream Show for the first time on any stage. The stage show that brought you the Frankenstein monster in person now brings you direct from Hollywood, Garganta, the giant gorilla of the universe, alive and in person, in a 3-hour performance filled with more chills, thrills, laughs than you ever experienced in this century. It is engrossing, exciting, fascinating, filled with tense climaxes, gripping scenes, beautiful starlets. Yes, it's Garganta, this wild, inhuman menace, this 782 pounds of dynamite that makes Kong the gorilla look like a monkey. And that's not all. During the dark seance when all the lights are dim, ghosts, spirits, and vampires descend into the audience, you may find yourself holding a ghost, your girl, or someone else's girl. So watch out when the lights go out. But as Mae West would say, it'll separate the men from the boys. In New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, critics have proclaimed this stage attraction to be the show you must not miss. Even though it's a stage presentation to send you home in frantic flight, there are also some very eye-appealing scenes created by these beautiful Hollywood starlets in gorgeous costumes designed by Adrian. Yes, it's a stage show for everyone. But those of you under 16, please be accompanied by an adult. Not only because of what takes place during the performance in the dark seance, but the adult may be afraid to walk home alone. Now is your first and only chance to see, in person, on stage, and alive, Garganta, the giant gorilla of the universe. Watch for it. Remember the time, the place, and the date to see Garganta alive and in person.
Too good for the likes of me, huh? Nobody can hear you now, woman. Nobody.
Wait for me!
You were dead.
Yeah. But I thought you were about to suffer fate worse than death.
We cannot stay here. Come. Wait, Dan. Artman is here. He's Cleo's sorcerer.
He's what?
He's made nitro. If Cleo gets his hands on it.
Where is he?
I'll take you there.
God! How did you get here? I don't understand. Who are these people?
There's no time for question and answer games. Carrie, tie him up. And Hartman, any noise and I'll use this.
I wish you'd both listen to me. Only a powerful ruler such as Cleo can provide the means to return to our own time. Can't you see that?
No, and I don't intend to use Cleo for anything.
No, stop! There's enough combustible material here to blow us all sky high.
What's going on? Is he bring some kind of magic?
Where's all the nitro? It's not here. You're lying, but I don't have the time to beat it out of you, so get your miserable hide out of here. Move it! I don't think you girls will give us any trouble.
The woman.
Down. Ah, Sherry. Your life was already finished. I must have missed you before.
Hold it.
No! Even me.
That's better. Begging your excellency's pardon, I'm just a humble thief who'd like to make a deal.
I don't make bargains.
But this is just a little deal.
Oh, look, for pity's sake, just take it easy with that thing.
Safe passage out of here. And a little something for my trouble. Now, that's not too much to ask, is it?
For God's sake, quit while you're ahead. We'll just take the safe passage.
What makes you think I'd let you all out of here alive?
Okay, just me then.
You little louse.
And if I refuse?
I let the magic out of the bottle, don't I?
Then you'd simply be pouring away a decent flask of wine.
Wine?
I'm afraid so. I seem to recognize the flask you're holding.
She told me it was a magic potion. Wine.
It seemed like a really good idea at the time. I was going to get help and come back for you. I swear it. Cut out my heart if I tell a lie.
Don't tempt me.
I need your help.
I have nothing to say to you.
Well, I have something to say to you, and you better listen. I'll blow the whistle on you, Hartman.
You can't blackmail me.
Oh, but you forget. He listens to me now. How else would I have been able to save Dan and the others? The stories I could tell would curl your toes. Now, just what do you think he'd do if he thought you were plotting his death with your powers and potions?
Damn you. What do you want me to do? What do you want?
Believe it or not, I'm here to help you.
What do you take me for, Hartman?
You may not know it, but it was I who persuaded Cleo to spare your lives. I cannot have your deaths on my conscience.
I find that just a little hard to believe.
I've no time to persuade you now. But you must give me your word that if I set you free, all of you will leave this place immediately.
Yes, he gives his word.
Where's Carrie?
She's decided to stay.
You're lying.
Who knows what goes on in a woman's mind? With all men of the world, these things happen. Now, do I have your word? If you can't think for yourself, think of your friends.
Yes, think of your friends.
All right. All right, you got it. You gave me your word. This world has taught me one thing, Hartman. Trust no one. And you and I are the unfinished business to take care of.
Whip. Leave us, leave us. I don't want to be disturbed. This is for you. Open it. It's a gift. Open it. Open it, damn you. You and I have an agreement. Don't forget your friends are still in my power. I gave you their lives in return for your cooperation. Open it, please.
It's very beautiful.
Yes, isn't it? It was the lucky charm of a warrior chieftain. He still believed that it would save his life, even as I pushed my sword between his ribs.
You have a way of ruining everything.
So I ruin everything, do I? Do not patronize me. I've offered you more than I've offered any woman. And you spit in my face as if I was a beggar. You go too far.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Now, you will be careful how you handle those flasks. One slip, and there's enough nitro stored beneath the mountain to blow the entire fortress sky high.
There comes a time when you have to live dangerously. You know what to do. Malachi?
Yeah.
How do you make for Quill's guns? I need it. Now. Gotta move while it's still dark. I'll lay enough fuse to make this place blow in about. Malachi, give me back my watch. Take him with you.
Assume the position and open your minds wide. It's time for your cranial cavity search. Yes, my lords and ladies, the cranial cavity search. Here's a chance for you great geeks out there to prove your geek cred by showing what you know. And tonight's cranial cavity search question is: John Saxon, who plays the evil warlord Cleel in tonight's feature, is no stranger to science fiction films. In fact, 3 years before making this film, he played an evil galactic warlord in a big, sprawling science fiction film. What was the title of that film? A. Battle Beyond the Stars. B. Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet. C. Star Crash, or D. Starship Invaders? In which big space epic did John Saxon play the villain? We'll find out after these villains have their say.
Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium presents the best of old-time radio, horror, and science fiction. Tales of terror and the uncanny that unfold on the stage of your imagination. Come experience the magic of old-time radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium is available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and other podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, when you seek the darkness.
Hello, I'm Santa, and it's that time of year again. Time to shop at LordBlood-Rah.com for DVDs, T-shirts, coffee mugs, minifigures. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now you can have Blood-Rah in the coleslaw, or Blood-Rah on your grandpa, or Blood-Rah in a bear's paw. Oh, I've been working too hard. Anywho, go to LordBlood-Rah.com and click Emporium and buy something, will ya? Have a geeky Christmas!
And the answer to tonight's cranial cavity search question. In which sci-fi film did John Saxon play the villain 3 years before tonight's feature? It was A. Battle Beyond the Stars. Ah, yes, my lords and ladies, Battle Beyond the Stars, the Roger Corman-produced sci-fi take on the Magnificent Seven, which starred John Boy himself, Richard Thomas, as a young man who must assemble a team to fight the evil galactic warlord Sandor, played by John Saxon. You know, I should also add that John Saxon starred in the 1966 cult sci-fi hit Queen of Blood, along with Basil Rathbone and Dennis Hopper. But now, on to the conclusion of Prisoners of the Lost Universe, as our heroes plan to blast their way out of Cleo's fortress. Let's see how that goes.
I told you I didn't want to be disturbed.
Please, I'd like some more wine.
Very well. Quickly.
Drop it! I said, drop it. I'm warning you. You take one more step and I'll blow your damn head off. You conceited. Ah!
That's torn it.
Dan, come on. Dan, please. Get up. Get the sword. Get the sword. Come on.
Wait, I gotta get this off.
are they? I'm ready. Stop! Cleo's law is harsh.
I need the gun.
Here, I can't try.
What about that invisible doorway, Doc?
It's hopeless. Don't you understand? The chances of finding the things I transmitted are 10 million to 1.
Then I suggest we start looking.
Gold.
What have you found?
Just some cast-off bauble with strange markings on it.
Markings?
Scribbling. How do I know? I can't read.
Thank you.
That's it! That's it!
Where'd you find this?
No! No, wait!
Where have they gone? What about the war?
I don't think things were all that bad in that other universe. I mean, besides Cleo being a little hard to take, you know. I mean, you get to meet a lot of interesting people.
No skull's as thick as your hide.
If you're thirsty, you just stick a straw in the ground and have a drink. And everything makes fun noises. And I do mean everything. Well, my lords and ladies, I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to invite you all back again next week when we'll do whatever this is all over again. As always, I am Lord Blood-Rah saying, geek out.